Greetings live. We are live and direct from Copenhagen. Absolutely incredible journey. Was up at 3 o'clock this morning to Manchester Airport. By the way, little holiday tip, little bonus for you. If anybody is flying out of Manchester Airport over the next few weeks, get there about 3 hours early. It's absolute chaos. I never queued so long in my life to get through security, and I've done a lot of traveling. So let me give you a little show around from the window just to keep it interactive. 1 second, let me stop sharing the screen. So we have something you've probably never seen before. There it is, McDonald's. We've got a McDonald's in Copenhagen, if you're interested. And yeah, this is the, can't really show you much more. There isn't a balcony, but beautiful city. If you've got any friends, family, people in Copenhagen that are interested in the products or business, let us know. And I'm here with this, oh, what's going on? Hello? Rob, you better say something. Might think it's some sick TV show that they've tuned into.
How you doing, guys? Great to be on this call tonight. I wasn't feeling very good, but now I'm all right.
All right, let's kick it off. So it is payday. Happy payday, guys. If you want to share your check in the chat, you can do, because I know a lot of people have had their very best payday so far. So just comment in the chat what it is, because maybe someone could film it and you could use it as a little video to send to people, because it is payday. It is the 10th, and we're going to hear some incredible stories tonight. First things first, so I just want to plug the event on the 30th. This one here that I've been sharing on the screen. We have about 40 people booked already. This is an event that you don't need to buy a ticket for. You have to qualify. How do you qualify? You have to be a senior partner or above. So if you're already a senior partner, you just book your ticket and you're in. If you're on your way, it's up to you. If you think you're going to do it, you're going to make it happen, and you're a partner plus right now, book your ticket and then make it happen and get to senior partner by the 30th. I mean, if you're like 2 or 3 points away on the day, I would love to be able to get some live promotions during that event of people that are literally waiting for the confirmation from the office. So maybe we can do that as well. That always used to be fun back in the day when the momentum was building. And I feel like we go in that direction again. I keep saying it on calls, and I can feel it. I can really feel the momentum building massively in our business right now. So if you're in the zone, if you feel like you're in the zone, if you feel like you're getting some traction, more customers, more interaction, more excitement on your posts, more messages, you're doing little events, you will know really in your heart if you're putting in the work, and you'll feel that momentum building, and you can get yourself to this event, because it's going to be mind-blowing, guys. I'm going to have a few drinks afterwards as well. So we wanted to do a call on the 10th of the month to celebrate people's checks. And for one reason or another, we sometimes are a little bit shy about how amazing this opportunity is. And I just want to break down a couple of barriers. Like, this is a legal business, right? If somebody gets a promotion at work, they plaster it all over their social media platforms. If someone gets a pay rise at work, they plaster it all over the social media. But for whatever reason, we feel a little bit reluctant to share the bonuses that we've earned, the checks that we've got. And here's the thing, right? It's not an income claim if it's happened for you. It's a true story. You've got the proof. So that's all you've got to remember, guys. This is your true story about your business. So it's not about faking it until you make it. It's about believing it until you achieve it, but celebrate your journey along the way. Because some people say to me, oh, I don't really feel confident in talking about the business because I'm not making that much money yet. But if you're making £80 a month, you know, that's over £1,000 when you add it up over the year. right? So how many people do you know that I'd love an extra £1,000 a year pay rise? The other thing that I'll say is you're actually making more money than the person you were speaking to about joining. So if you're getting commission check from the company, then you're making more money than the person you're speaking to about it. So you're on that level to speak to them, say, hey, I'm making money out of this right now. At the minute, it just pays for this and this, but I know I'm going to go through the rankings, and you're going to hear some people tonight that are absolutely smashing it. So first things first, let me bring on our very first speaker who's hit her very first 5-figure check. Nesh, are you there? All the way from sunny Plymouth.
Hi, can you hear me?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. So how does it feel?
Do you know what? I can't explain it. When I first reconfirmed, there was tears constant. But today I woke up and I saw it in my bank, and everyone's like, oh, you've been crying. How are you feeling? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's just not real. And not that it's not real, it's just a numb feeling kind of thing. It's honestly the most surreal, emotional. I think surreal is the right word. It just doesn't feel real right now.
So, can I ask, before we ask the number, and like I said a minute ago, like we have to be loud and proud about the income that we're making from this business. So what was your biggest check in your normal life before you did this business? What was your job, and what were you doing, and what were you sort of earning per month?
So I used to work in recruitment, and I think my biggest was probably just over 2K.
Just over £2,000 in your normal job, yeah? And how
Full
many
time,
hours a week?
stressful. 9 till 8 till 5, 5 days a week. Hated it. I used to dread a Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday night watching, right?
Oh, I used to hate it.
So let's do the drum roll. You're a national marketing director in the business. What was your check gone into your bank account today?
So it was just over 10K.
Just over £10,000. Do you know the exact figure? I always like the pounds and the pence on the
It
end.
was 1079, I think.
1079. There you go, guys. How amazing is that? So when people say, can you make real money? Can you make big money? That's a 5-figure a month check. That's a 6-figure income over a year. Absolutely mind-blowing. So how does it feel? Let us know, like, what does that mean to you? Because I know what it meant to me when I first hit my first 10K. What do you think about like the doubters that said you would never do it? Like, have you got any sort of I always have like the imaginary middle finger that I'm thinking like I really want to say that.
Exactly that. Do you know what? And I say it to my like people that start new. I always say to them, like, I was someone that went through the biggest fear journey. And actually when the first 6 weeks of the business, Kira will know this, I actually was going to quit on my 6th week because I posted once when I first started, but the fear of what people were thinking and what people were going to say about me, I was just so concerned, and I was going to quit. And like now, those people that I know that used to think things and this and that, they're now the ones saying like, oh my God, like you're doing really well. And I'm like, I know. Like, but it's just honestly, if anyone's feeling the fear, I think I was on a live with Kira earlier, and I just said to her, like, it's kind of a selfish thought that I was going to quit, because for my own selfish reasons and worries about irrelevant people, I wasn't going to take the risk to change my family's life. And if I quit, I would never give them a life and a future that they're going to have. So so for anyone that, all those people out there that ever judged me or doubted me, then yeah.
Love it. I think that you need a little bit of that aggression, that rhino aggression when you're on the charge, because That's what keeps you motivated. And I guarantee every single person that has hit NMD or hit a 10K check in a month has had haters, has had doubters, has had family members that don't get it, have had partners that don't believe it and don't want you to do it. All this stuff rolled into one. Different stories, different people. But the underlying factor is this: if you just stay in line and you keep your blinkers on and you keep moving forward, then eventually you're going to get the traction and you're going to get the momentum. So before I ask you what you're going to do with the money, my next question is, how did you overcome the struggles that you've had during the lockdown, during dips in your business? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so obviously my first kind of thing that I'd overcome was obviously the start of the business, which was the fear and stuff like that. Obviously, it was actually a PJ call that I was on, that actually I heard someone speak, and I can't remember who it was, and I really wish I did, because I'd give them a kiss. But she was talking about her journey, and something just clicked in my head. And this is why calls are so important, because something just clicked. And I think it's the same with conventions. You can be anywhere and something will change your business. Just one thing someone says, it can change your whole business. And from that moment, I was like, do you know what? If these people can do it, so can I. And another thing that kept stopping me, not the people that I thought were talking bad of me behind my back, it was actually other people like getting sales, getting promotions. And I was so busy looking left and right. I couldn't get past that. And as soon as I stopped and, like you said, put the blinkers on, that's when I kind of just grew and grew and grew and grew. You just got to stop worrying about everybody else. But my second part was actually when I hit NMD. So when I hit NMD was actually 16 months into the business, which was last year, August. Obviously, I've only just reconfirmed, because September, I actually had a dip. Now, at the time, I was literally devastated. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I was questioning myself. And I was like, what's going on? And actually, like, obviously in this call, like, I don't talk about it on social media and stuff. My dad in September got diagnosed with cancer. He had to move in with me, and I become a carer for him. And that is not the reason why I had a dip. That is not the reason why my business started going down or anything like that. And then also I have a lump that grew on my head. I had to go through MRI scans. They didn't know what it was. So I went through this big roller coaster personally. But do you know what? This business actually got me through those times, and leaning on this business is like the biggest comfort blanket. By the way, the lump actually is nothing. MRI scan was fine. It was a scary time, but when I didn't know, like, this business was everything I lent on. And do you know what? The one thing I kept saying to myself, I can get back to NMD. I actually dropped down to a 29K pay line. So that's like 11K, if anyone doesn't know, 11K less than what I needed. That was my lowest. And I said to myself, if I can get, and not the fact I got to NMD before I can do it again, the fact I got to SC. So if I can get to SC, that means I had to build a team, because I need to have a partner plus in my business. That means I had to get my own sales in. I had to grow my own business. I know if I can do SC, I can do any position, because you need to have the team, you need to have the sales, you need to lead from the front, work from the front. And yeah, they were like the hardest months. And then obviously my team were absolutely incredible. Big shout out to them, and obviously my uplines as well, and Kira. Just stay strong, just stay focused, just live every single day like you're a partner plus or a partner, and to get into partner plus, and you'll just grow. And I think it's so important to remember that if your business dips or you're having a bad time, the worst thing you can do is push the business away, because your business will go down and down and down. Like, if you take a break, your business isn't going to grow. And that break is only going to make you feel worse when your business does go down and down and down and down. When you grow and grow and grow, you will naturally it will pick you up. And with your family life or stuff, any bad stuff or negative stuff going on around you, like, this business is just a ball of positivity. It's just honestly the most incredible organization I've ever been part of. And it's a family. It really, really is a family. And there's people, like, I'll use Emma Snedden as an example. Like, Emma Snedden, I have no financial tie to Emma Snedden, nothing like that. But she's amazing, and she's like an upline to me. So just reach out to people if you ever feel like you're struggling or you're going for a dip or anything like that.
Amazing. We could wrap up the call now and it's done, right? It's just absolutely incredible. And I think the amount of times I've heard of people going through struggles, and I think about Rachel Allen's story and leaning into the business and showing up and using it as your power in your struggle. And, you know, the rhino skin starts to build, and whatever it is, whatever people are going through. And that just shows you what you can do. It's an amazing example. Thanks for sharing that. And the worst thing you can do is say, I'm gonna, and when I hear people say, I'm taking a step back, I'm like, no, I don't, because we ain't anybody's boss. So we can't say, no, you idiot, right? We can't say that, but we want to say it. We want to say, like, don't be so stupid. Like, don't take a step back, take a step in, like, get back to an event, get back on a call, meet up with us for a coffee, get on a one-to-one with your upline, whatever it takes to get you back in. Because if you've ever listened or read the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he talks about drifting, how human beings just drift and drift and drift and drift throughout their whole lives. And we say it a lot at events. Some people make things happen, some people wait for things to happen, and some people just wonder what happened. How many people do you know that just totally drift throughout their life, and then 10 years, 20 years, 30 years have gone by and they don't really know what they've achieved over that time? So you can do that in the business as well if you're not careful, where you start to slow. And I could probably give you a list of names on the top of my head now where I've seen people slowly drift and drift and drift away because they said, I'm taking a step back, when actually you need to take a step in and start to rebuild your confidence with the business. I mean, there isn't another job in the world or another business. If you had a florist, a clothes shop, a butcher's, a gym, you wouldn't go, I'm having a tough time, so I'm shutting the business down, right? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't be able to do it. And there's no other business in the world where you would do it. You'd go, right, I've got to just keep working. I've got to keep working. So, yeah, amazing stuff. So before we share the secret announcement, what does the 10K mean to you, your family? What are you going to do with it? And what is your vision for where you're going to take this?
So we were going to move because our house, as much as we've got the perfect house for us and stuff, I know this is really boring for people that want to hear about a car or something. It's not that fun, but if you're a family, you understand. But we've got the money now to renovate the whole of our downstairs to kind of make it. It's not that fun. I'm sorry. I should have made something up. But honestly, there's things that's going on in the house at the moment that are going to make bigger problems. And if I didn't have this, like, we'd have to take out a loan, or like any normal person would, like, you wouldn't have any other choice. Like, you have to get things like that done. So yeah, it's going to be on renovations, I'm afraid. And we're going on holiday to see my nan. My dad's side of the family are from Cyprus, so we're going to go and see my nan. She's never met my little boy yet because of COVID, so we're going to go there on the 19th of June, so that'll be nice. And then, yeah, obviously the rest on renovations. But
hey, that is exciting though, right? You know, when it's your
I'm
house.
buzzing. I was looking at cabinets today and worktops, the lot. It was brilliant. So old.
The bonus is in. I'm straight to IKEA. So guys, comment in the chat. What would you do if you got 10 grand in your bank account this month? What would you do? £10,000. What would you spend it on? And the other question I'm going to ask you is, how important are vision boards to you in writing your goals down?
Do you want me to answer that now? Sorry, I was waiting for them to answer. Yeah, so do you know what? I've got 2 vision boards now. And they are actually directly on the floor next to my bed. And yeah, it's not perfect or anything like that, but I see that vision board every single day that I wake up and every time I go to sleep. And I tell you the reason why is because if everybody has bad days, like, it's normal, we're humans. But if you've got things on those vision boards that truly mean something to you, so you need to have something that truly is going to get you out of bed and work. Because if there's things on there that just a bag or a car, like, that's not going to drive you when you're having a really down day. One of the things on my vision board is a 2-bedroom house, and that's going to be for my mum one day. So things like that, like if I'm having a bad day where because I'm my own boss, I can, well, I have a child, so I can't stay in bed, but there's days that, you know what, like if you can stay in bed, you could just stay in bed all day and watch Netflix on your TV, but you need to have a vision board to see it. And obviously I've got one for my bits, and I've got another one that's all my team stuff. So when I see my team there and I know that they need my help every day and they've got their own goals, knowing they've got vision boards, that also gets me out of bed, gets me straight on my phone, gets me working. A vision board is something, it's like they say, if you can write it down, you can hold it in your hand. Like, it's just like that. If you can see it and you see it every single day, you can do it. Like, there's literally no boundaries in this business whatsoever. So whatever your desire, whatever your dreams, get it on a vision board and look at it every single day. If it means enough to you, you can have, obviously some people would drive a bag and stuff like that. Some people, it depends what you like, but depends what your dreams are. But for me, those things are a dream, like taking the kids to Disneyland and things like that. Like, that is what's going to get me out of bed, and having it visually so you can see it every day, not like in a cupboard or in your office that you don't go to or whatever like that. Have it somewhere that you can see it every single day, whether it's in your kitchen, your front room, next to your bed, like me. Make sure you have your biggest goals on there. And I think it's very important to have short goals and long-term goals, because sometimes when you see a long-term goal, it's not going to drive you as much as something that you can achieve in a couple of months or in a month's time.
Love it. So powerful and so true. So guys, if you've never done a vision board, get your goals written down. Hey, some people make them all pretty and fancy. Some people just write stuff down on a whiteboard or on a scrap of paper and stick it on the wall. But if you can see it, you can achieve it. It needs to be on your screensaver on your phone. It needs to be on your bedroom wall at the bottom of your bed. Put it above the toilet if you have to. When you sat down, you will see it in front of you. Or if you're a lad, put it on the other side when you stood up. So whichever way works for you. And guys, it'll happen. The amount of times we've heard stories of vision boards coming true in this business is unbelievable. So who lives in the south of England, the southwest of England? Who lives in the southwest, or who loves the southwest of England? Who loves Cornwall, Somerset, Devon? Beautiful, beautiful places. We have got something exciting to share with you. So in the run up to the end of the year and all roads leading to the retreat in Tenerife, which you'll hear more about that next week from me, but we're going to try and get as many events as a leadership group as possible. So we've set a little goal to do, at least before the end of the year, 10 events in 10 big cities with at least 100 people at each event. So if you want an event in your city, in your NMD or above, drop me a message and say, hey, John, will you come down? We'll do whatever we can to make it happen if the dates work. But we have got a date for you for Plymouth. Nesh, I'll let you share the rest.
Yeah, so it's the Saturday, the 3rd of September in Plymouth. I was going to do it earlier, but John was like, September. I was like, okay. So it's going to be near the Plymouth Hoe. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It sounds really odd when you say the Hoe to people not in Plymouth, because it sounds really wrong. But yeah, so it's beautiful. You can see the sea. It's lovely. It's 2:30 till 5:30. There's obviously, the tickets are live now. Kira's going to put it in the chat. But yeah, obviously we've got some amazing speakers. The ones that have confirmed are obviously John is going to be there, Katie Joam, Emma Leyland, Kira, Jay Mobley. Who else is coming? Sarah Mahone. I think that's it. And obviously me and my leaders will be there as well. So.
And we're going to do a bit of an opportunity meeting as well. So guests can come for free. Partners have got to pay. So we'll figure that out as well on the day. And then I guess I'm guessing we're going out afterwards, right?
Obviously.
So guys,
Sarah's already booked a hotel for her and their chap.
There you go. So guys, get your hotels booked. It's an amazing place to be. It's going to be really cool as well. The weather's going to be fantastic down there. You might get yourself a Cornish pasty as well as a bonus. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun as always. So that's just one of the events. There's going to be more stuff dropping as we go throughout the year, but it's just so good to have events back and to be able to do stuff. So thank you so much, Nesh. Give it up in the chat. Absolutely incredible training. Okay, thank you. Right, where is Jane? We're going to go international now. We are heading over to Skiathos, right?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
You can hear me. We are in Rhodes.
There you go. So look at your tan.
Yeah, it's been so hot. We're hoping it might be a little bit rain tomorrow. We're hoping for a little bit of rain. It's been so hot.
So tell us a little bit why you're over there. What's the reason, first of all?
So we are here for a girly holiday, but we're also hustling as well, which is really, really nice. But like, I wouldn't be able to do this. Like, we wouldn't have had, just to have the money, to have the income to be able to do a girly holiday. There's no way we would have been able to do this a couple of years ago. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it at all, to leave the kids at home with Dave, who like doesn't have to take time off work anymore. It's just incredible. Like, we wouldn't have been able to do it at all.
So how many are there? Can the girls say hello?
They are here. They are here. Let me try and flick them round.
Yes.
We are having a very, very subdued night tonight. I peaked too soon. I think I was by about 8 o'clock last night.
Amazing, love it. I mean, what an incredible business. What an amazing business to be able to just go over to Rhodes, build your business from over there with your mates. It's just mind-blowing. Absolutely love it. Makes you want to sign up all over again. Guys, comment in the chat. If you could go anywhere with your team right now this weekend, where would it be? Put that on your vision board to do a retreat with your team somewhere. Let us know where you're going to go. So what was your check today? And what does it feel like? I think you're 1 month off your next reconfirmation, right?
Yeah, this is my final month to reconfirm for QNMD. So today, like without a bonus, it was all the twos. It was £2,222. Wow, I think amazing. In like 21 pence.
Absolutely incredible. So what does that money mean to you? What do you do with that?
Oh, do you know what? It is just absolutely like incredible from where we were. So I've been in the business 4 years now. And obviously I was really, really, really lucky that I was a stay-at-home mum. Dave was out at work all the time. But lovely that I could do that and be that stay-at-home mum. But we had no money at all. Dave's money would come in. It would go straight back out on bills like most people live. And Dave would be out the door at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And he wouldn't be home till 10 o'clock at night. Literally, we didn't see him, but that's how we had to live. So like the money for us has just been absolutely incredible because in lockdown, Dave was put on furlough and he absolutely loved it. And he went, I don't want to go back to work. And I went, don't go back to work. And everyone thought we were mental, putting his notice in lockdown on furlough. And we were like, we're just going to go with it. I'm going to fly with the business. That is it. And he's SP in the business as well. He's like, I don't want to build a team. I don't do it on my socials. He literally just does it like in the gym and stuff. But it's been able for him to go back self-employed. Like there's no way he'd be able to get a week off work to look after the kids while I'm here on a girly holiday. So he is at home, daddy daycaring, and I'm here in the sun. So it's just incredible, like absolutely incredible. We wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, and I say like, for me, it's not the big things, it's the small things. So like last summer, for me, it was like, I have become that yes mum, because the kids were down the beach, and everyone knows how expensive the ice creams are, and I've got 3 kids. And it was like the moment, because the summer before, when the kids would say to me, can we get an ice cream? I was that mum, like my mums used to say to me, we've got ice creams in the fridge at home, because you know very well you could get to Tesco's and buy a pack of 5 for £1. And down the beach, it's like 10, 15 quid, you just can't do it. And literally, it was like that light bulb moment for me last year to be able to go, yes, I don't even have to check my bank balance. We can buy an ice cream down the beach. And it sounds like little, but it is the little things that mean a lot. It's not like the big things, it's the little things.
Absolutely incredible. And you're so right. That money, it just goes to those things that you want to say yes to when normally you'd have said no. And I just love the fact that Dave's at home now. Is Dave watching? Will he be watching this? Probably watching the football.
Yeah, he's probably actually, I think he's probably knackered. It's been Royal Cornwall show and he's taken all the kids to it today. So he's like, I'm getting some beers and I'm going to bed. I was like, okay, all right.
Love it. What a business. So obviously you're going for your final month of reconfirmation, and it's not easy all the time in this business. Of course, it's a fun business, and you know, we get to have a laugh and enjoy the groove and all that kind of stuff. And obviously you were over in Mallorca and convention, and you've had a wild time, and you still seem to be fair, which is great. But you're going to reconfirm this month. How important is like the fun factor for you in terms of staying close to the fire and reconfirming what you want to achieve?
Do you know what? That is probably one of the things that completely has changed my business around this year. I think we've all got too stuck in lockdown, being stuck on our socials. And I always say to my team, like, if you lose your Facebook overnight, have you still got a business tomorrow? Like, get off your socials. Yes, obviously we know how important it is and how incredible they are, but actually for recruitment, go out, meet people, speak to people. Yes, put that on your social media, but show people that you're actually having fun. I mean, yeah, it's great, like showing you're on Zoom calls, and it is amazing how we can all connect. But for someone sat at home, they're going to go, oh, she's just on a Zoom call. You know, you've got to get out, you've got to see your team, you've got to meet your team. So like something in January, I was like, right, my business had like dipped back below. Like, I think for January, it was actually a really, really quiet month for a lot of people. So my business had dipped back below like 10K. So when the month I went Q&MD, I was actually only on an 11K pay line, and I well, just under 12. So I actually in that month was like, no, I'm going for it, and did like an 8K pay line in 1 month to get me to Q&MD. But it was from January, I've literally got myself to every single event. And I mean, like, I live down in Cornwall, it's like no excuses. Like everywhere, you've got to travel to get everywhere. So wherever the events are, I literally love a road trip. I'll fill the car up and we'll just go. But it is so important. It's so important, like, to get to events, like, you know, see people in person, don't do your one-to-ones over the telephone, meet them for a coffee. You know, again, it's the beauty of this business. So many people, mums like me, they'll go, oh, I can't, I've got the kids. Bring the kids, we'll go to the park. Bring the kids, we'll go to the beach. You know, like our team Zooms, we've got ours next Sunday. We're not doing it on Zoom. We're going to meet at the beach. Anyone who can't come, we're going to Zoom in from the beach. But it's so important, you know, just to lock in with your team, lock in with people, show the fun, have the fun, because that's what people want to see. You know, everyone's sick of seeing so much like downer Debbies on social media. Everyone wants to see the positivity. So just go for it, you know, show up, show that you're having fun. It's the best thing for recruitment. And you know what, also as well, it's the best thing for product sales, I find, because people don't want to be stuck on a diet. They want to see that you're having fun, that you're eating well, that you're, you know, getting pissed on cocktails like last night. But actually, like today, I've shown up, we've done aqua gym, we've had a great day, you know, we've been back on it today. And it's all about the balance, but you have to show people the fun. But 100%, like, get off socials, guys, get to events, you know, lock in with your team, do team dinners, cups of tea, coffee. It doesn't have to be anything exciting, but get in with your team, because it's just keeping close to the fire, 100%.
Brilliant. So let's talk about the new the Plymouth event, guys. If you want to fly into it as well, you can fly to Newquay Airport, right? And then you just drive to Plymouth from there, and they fly from Liverpool to Newquay,
Exeter
Manchester.
Well.
Yeah, you've got Exeter as well. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for your input. And you can fly from Gatwick as well. So it's, you know, it's actually a lot easier than you think, guys, to get to if you want to fly there domestically. So why are you excited about it, and why should people book on the 3rd? Could we share the link as well, please, Kira, if you're still on the call?
Yeah, do you know what? Everyone needs to get to events. I'm sure my team think I get paid for like going, have you got your ticket yet? Have you got your ticket yet? I honestly don't. But it's just so important, you know, to lock in with other people from different teams as well. You know, don't get stuck in that thing of, you know, you can only work with your team, work with other people, work with sidelines. And the people that are at these events, they're at these... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I met Charisse, who's here now. I had never met her. I met her at the Brighton event. We shared accommodation together, and literally now, like, I speak to her more than I speak to Dave, and we're inseparable and we're on holiday together. But it is like, you might meet your best friend, but also the people that are talking at these events, they know what they're talking about. They're talking there for a reason. You know, they're building their business for a reason. So like, lock in with everybody, you know, speak to people. Joint lives, I find as well, just totally go off course now. Again, it's like getting that, you know, getting people together. Joint lives work really, really well. You know, speak to someone in a different team. It doesn't have to be someone in your team. It's just showing that community. It's all about the community. Cannot stress it enough.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. We're going to move on. Give it up for Jane in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your trip, girls. Let's have a little wave. See you later, girls. Take it easy.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Right. I know we got to rush on because we want to get through all the speakers. Kelly, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, how are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm super happy. It's the best day ever.
Congratulations. You've had an amazing month. Can you share with the guys on the call what you've been able to achieve on the 10th of this month?
So £5,133 dropped into my account this morning. I still can't believe it. All week I've been saying I don't really, I mean, 19 months, every month Juice Plus has paid money into my bank account, but for some reason, because it was this large sum of money, I was just like, is it actually going to be there? And even now I still can't believe that it's there. I just can't find
it's
the word.
amazing, right? I think that there's a few on the journey, there's a few breakthrough checks that you get. I think your first £100, guys, if you've earned £100 in this business in a month, it's absolutely incredible. So comment in the chat if you have. Your first £100, I think, or 100 and over, is a real big breakthrough. So if you've not earned your first 100, because then you're earning over 1,000 a year part-time. Then I would say the next one after that is the 250 mark, 250. Then 500 a month, that's your £6,000 a year. Then you've got your £1,000 a month if you've earned £1,000 a month. And comment if you have, guys, in the chat. £1,000 a month, an extra 12k a year. And then the big one after that is the 2,000 or 2,500. And then you've got the 5k, which you've just hit now. You've hit over the 5k, which is absolutely incredible. So that's a £60,000 a year business. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely mind-blowing. And then you've got the 10k, which is obviously the six-figure income. So this is what's totally possible, guys, if you're prepared to put the time and energy in. So will you tell us a bit about your story, why you got started and what the business has done for you and how you've got to where you've got so far?
Yeah, so I think a really important point to make is that I tried to refer a customer to Nesh, as I was a happy customer. I had amazing results in just 3 weeks. And Nesh said to me, why don't you sell it to them? And if she hadn't have asked me that question, I don't think that I would have joined the business. So ask that question to people, because some people will be really reluctant or lacking the confidence to, you know, say, can I do this? Can I join your team? And the thing is, when she did ask me that question, it was in November 2020. We were just going into lockdown too. And I'd had the worst year ever. So at the start of 2020, I lost my mum to cancer. Then we went into lockdown. And my business, I had a traditional business, shall we call it, and that traditional business was not COVID proof, and it shut down overnight. Like, I could not make an income. I'd invested more than £10,000 in the franchise fees for that business, and it wasn't COVID proof. We invest $49.99 and it tripled, I think, in the pandemic. So whenever anyone ever questions $49.99 to me, like, I have no hesitation in challenging them that it's worth every single penny. So we were in a lockdown. I was trying to save that business, working my guts, you know, to try and rectify the situation, adapt it. It was my full-time source of income that I needed for me to be able to cover my bills. And so subsequently, because it wasn't making an income and it was costing me money every month, I had to take a full-time job. I was working 7 days a week, every single night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And I was in a lockdown with a 3-year-old. And I still said yes to this business because I knew that if I needed my life to change and I wanted my life to change, something had to change. And so I didn't really have any expectations from the business. I didn't know what it was going to give me, but I could see the potential, and I knew that it helped others. And I just thought, what do I actually have to lose other than $49.99?
Love that. We hear that phrase all the time, right? For things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. Jim Rohn, if you've not listened to the Building Your Network Marketing Business audio book, please get that, because it really will change your mindset. So you've been through a lot of challenges, and it's incredible how you've come through them. What are your top personal development tips for sort of keeping your blinkers on and staying focused?
I think for me, I've had like a relatively fast journey. I'm a very impatient person, and I think in some respects that impatience has helped me to have the success that I've had in the short space of time that I've had it. But also, where I lack impatience, sometimes I can't get clarity, and I'm just like, oh, come on, it needs to happen. And what I realized between SSC and trying for, I think it was 6 months, to me actually hitting it and attending Harrogate, was that I actually needed, rather than being frustrated that it wasn't happening fast enough, I needed to do some self-reflection, and I needed to realize that that period of time was because I needed to grow. And it was when we were at Harrogate, and Simon said to become a position, you need to step into that role before you actually get it. I can't remember the exact words that he used, and I'd heard it said lots of times before on different calls, but for whatever reason at Harrogate I heard it properly, and I knew that I needed to go away and I needed to do more. And so I came away and I did things like, I got an incredible buddy who I'm eternally grateful for. We're not in each other's businesses, we don't have any financial contribution to each other's, but we both had different strengths, but we had similar goals, and we work incredibly well together. We set up accountability groups. We set up a Sunday night call where we were accountable. We had to step up in terms of our leadership skills, our presenting skills, becoming a really strong mentor. I improved the quality of my mentoring with my team. I stopped trying to be their manager. I came from a management background, so I used to slide into that role quite naturally. And so I realized that I needed to stop managing. I realized that I had to stop wanting things for people more than they actually wanted it. And so there's just lots of different things through that self-reflection process that changed me. And then when I developed those skills, I started to achieve better things with my team, and I was able to help them become more successful, and I focused on clubs as opposed to pay line. So for ages I was trying to get steady increments in my pay line, whereas when I stopped worrying about pay line and I focused on clubs, everything just changed for me, and within 3 months we'd achieved QNMD in the January.
Amazing, absolutely incredible. So what's the vision now going forward?
NMD 31st of August.
Oh, I love it. So in the
or
zone.
if you're asking Nesh will say 31st of July, but I'm 31st of August.
So that means on the 3rd of September, you're going to be in Plymouth at the, it's going to be basically an NMD party.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely incredible. Kelly, thank you so much for sharing your journey. Absolutely mind-blowing check, £5,000 in a month. And honestly, we hear this phrase a lot, and it was Alex's sort of closing line, but the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come for everybody on this call. So thank you so much for getting on, and we will see you very, very soon. We'll get you back on your NMD, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah, I love to.
Guys, give it up for Kelly in the chat. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. What a call. And this is being recorded. Sneds is recording it. So thank you to Emma for doing the recording. We will get this out as soon as we can, because I think this would be really cool if you watch it again and video the sections that you want, that you can break up into little bits to send to people. I know that that's what I'm going to do. I've got quite a few people that haven't really seen what's possible with this business, but we've heard from people making 6 figures a year, 5 figures a year. And then people that are on holiday working the business, people that are traveling. It's just incredible. What a business. And all while that's going on, Mr. Rob Molyneux is still chilling on the Chaise Lounge. So what a business. You've heard of beach money. This is bed money. So finally, we're going to bring on another speaker. She was on last week and she did an amazing job, but she messaged me the other day saying, oh, I've just hit my first 4-figure check. So Natasha, are you there?
Unmute.
Hey.
Hi, John. Hiya, you all right?
Yes, I know you're on a bit of a night out, so we won't keep you too quick, and you did an amazing job last week. So can you just tell me a little bit? Congratulations. What was your check in exact pounds and pence, by the way?
1,283 and 21p.
There you go. Absolutely incredible. So over £1,000 per month coming into your bank account, hit sales coordinator, got the bonus. So what does that income mean to you, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, to be honest, like looking at it, I see it as £1 million check. And I know that's probably going to sound a bit weird, but it just means so much because for lots of reasons. Some of you know that sort of 8 years ago when I first came across Juice Plus and I bought the products and stuff and I was introduced to the business, I just didn't have any self-belief. I was in a really, really kind of shitty place. I was in a bad relationship, you know, and my self-worth was literally on the floor. And I had a girl who might be on this call, actually, Lisa. And can I just say a huge shout out for the southwest of England, because that's where I was at the time. I was in Cornwall, and we did like one of the first ever events in Cornwall with you, John, in Padstow. And I still have the little poster somewhere, but yeah, literally didn't have a clue what we were doing. But I just always seen the business as something outside of myself. Like I just never seen it as something that I could do. So I always kind of felt like was like the granny at the nativity play, kind of supporting everybody, but never actually having the confidence to step into it myself. So what it means to me is the journey that I went on with the business was that I was I loved the events and I loved the positivity. And thank you, Carly. And actually, I had a life-changing moment at one of the events where I heard the lovely Hayley speak about not settling. And that had such an impact on me that I basically decided to change the way I was living my life. And I made some really huge decisions that then went on to have a huge impact. I believe that it's because of Juice Plus that I'm with my current partner, the love of my life, my soulmate, who treats me just like an absolute queen. And I have a really good life, as does my kids. And one of the reasons for wanting to do the business again was because getting back on the products back in October. So I've been doing it for 6 months now. Literally changed my life in terms of my mental health. I was so scared about another lockdown. I was so scared that I wouldn't get through another winter. And my mental health was just really delicate. So when the lovely Carly contacted me and said about joining the business, I knew it was a no-brainer. You know, you get the products cheaper and, you know, that kind of thing. But I never actually really thought about doing the business properly. And I just decided to go all in. And within 2 weeks of taking the products, the change in me was just incredible. And I just knew in my heart that this was something bigger than just, you know, an online business. This was really, I really am a very spiritual person. I believe in higher energy. You know, I met Alex all those years ago. He left a real impression on me. You know, chats that we've had, John, and obviously like hearing those words, loads of people have had an impact. And I just thought, what if I could have that impact on someone else's life? What if I could help a single mom who, you know, struggled to pay for the berries and the shakes? What if I could change their life? So that's what this means to me, because I wanted to prove it could be done. And I have proved, I've proved it can be done. And now that I've got to SC, I can say to people confidently, I can say, do you want me to show you how you can earn £1,000 a month? Because another thing, like Nessa said about, you know, this, like putting fingers up, you know, what is, I'm going to get into the government, but like, what is this world that we live in, you know, where women are punished for being ambitious if they have children? You know what I mean? It's just this is the business of dreams for not only women, but for moms to be able to do it from home, the networking, the positivity, you know, never mind the products. We all know they're great, but it's so much more. So that's what it represents. It represents to me that it can be done. It's real. And for anybody that's on this call that hasn't got to SC, you can do it. And when you do, you can't wait to do the rest. It's just incredible. It's such an incredible feeling. I don't think anything else matches it for me, really.
Incredible, Natasha. Thank you so much for sharing that. Amazing. I know you're on a night out tonight, so go enjoy yourself, go celebrate, go have some fun, and we will see you in Cornwall as well. Guys, if you have booked your Cornwall tickets, pop a little champagne emoji in the chat or say yes if you've booked your tickets. We want to get a few sold tonight, so we've got that commitment from everybody. And then you can start working on people that you know in that area as well. So give it up for Natasha in the chat. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Who's going for their first £1,000 check? Their first 4 figures? Because honestly, when you start to build this business and you start to get that belief, the sky is not the limit. Trust me, the sky is not the limit. You can achieve anything with this business, and you start to grow and you start to develop and you start to bring more leaders through and you start to show people what's possible with this business. So I'm going to get Rob on to just share a couple of things to wrap up this call. My upline, the guy who brought me into the business, he's messing about with the lights now, but we'll let him on. Give it up for Rob. We're over in Copenhagen in Denmark doing an event for Mona and her team tomorrow. We've done a one-to-one already with one of our new potentials, and she's going to be absolutely amazing in the business. So super, super simple. Make a friend, meet their friends. Over to you, pal.
Hi, guys. For once in my life, I'm going to be serious. I'm not going to strip off, and I'm also not going to wear a silly mask. I'm going to tell you how I've been in this business for 15 years and been retired basically for about 12, 13. Some simple things that I've done. And something you need to know with this business, somebody mentioned it before, how they needed this business. They just didn't want it to be successful. They needed to be successful. You got to find a reason why you need this business. That's why a lot of mums do this business, because it's for the kids. And you know, like, we all need to drink water. We all need to eat food. And we do our damnedest to find food and drink for ourselves and for our kids. That same desire needs to be developed for you to be successful to what level you want to be in this business. Now, also, I've had a PB for 15 years and I'm a bloke, so don't say people, blokes can't do this. I've had a PB for 15 years and every single month I endeavour to put 5 customers on and a partner, right? So if that's going to happen for 15 years, something's going to happen in your business. But you guys, because you're better on social media, can put 10, 12 customers on if you like. But I just stuck with 5 and a partner. And what's happened is I found John, I found other people, and it's completely changed my life. I mean, the best is yet to come, guys. Think about it. More and more people need an extra £500 a month to survive, to give food to the kids, right? If you think about it, that's what you're providing. That's what you're offering. A work-at-home business, where you can earn £500 a month. Trust me, there's people out there need this business. They need to work from home, haven't got any money to invest in a business. So this for 49 quid is unbelievable what they can do. And they will do it because they need to do it, guys. Go and find them and things will change for you guys, definitely. There's a massive health crisis too, in case you've not noticed. A lot of people now on Facebook are above the age of 30 as well, and they're desperately looking to protect their health because they're scared to death, let's face it, of dying. That is the key. And I'm not scaremongering, I'm a health professional, I can say that. So that's what you're looking for. You've got people dying, well, not dying, looking to stay healthy or protect themselves and also to earn some money in this terrible climate. I always find as well with events like this, you might get excited and you think, right, I'm going to go for it. And then you get off it and you think, shit, what do I do? It's called I call it hot bath syndrome. You get in a hot bath, eventually it cools down. And so will you if you don't know what to do. Here's some stuff that I've done and I've learned from a guy called Big Al, and I've used it for 12 years. And first and foremost is I always go third party. Hey, mate. Hey, John. Always say the name because they love the name and smile. Hey, John, who would you know be able to help me? Because people love to help you. I'm just curious. That word makes them listen. And I've just found out as well, our company are expanding and we're looking for people who want to make an extra £500 a month. Would it be okay? Ask for permission to send you some information. And they go, yeah, go on then. And then I will go, Lord, location, occupation, recreation, dream, get to know them a bit better before you hit them with all the stuff. Because when you do, you've built know, like, and trust. That is our business in a nutshell, guys. You know, all I will say is go out and get some no's, but the no's will turn to yeses when they see your success. The reason why people often are nasty to you, I'll wrap up now, is this. It's because they see you changing, and most people are suppressed in their own personalities and they don't want to grow themselves. They're frightened to death. So when you want to grow as a person, they have to react different to you because you're changing. That's their problem, not yours. But believe you me, if they're worth the salt as friends and people you know, they'll come round eventually. Thank you very much. John the Baptist is coming back. Go for it, guys. Thank you.
There you go, guys. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much. Get your tickets booked. Get them booked for the Plymouth event. Get yourself qualified for the senior partner event on the 30th of June at the end of this month. And we will see you all very, very soon. And there's going to be some updates next week on the Tenerife retreat in November. We've just got so much to look forward to, guys. My number one tip to wrap up this call is get your crew together. Doesn't matter whether there's 2 or 3 of you. We did Complete Club the other day. There was about 4 or 5 of us. It was absolutely brilliant. Just sat there around the table, sharing ideas. You just never know what's going to come from a conversation that you have, or a story that you hear, or somebody that turns up to be impacted or inspired by something that they hear or something that you show them. We did a one-to-one meeting today with somebody that Mona knew, one of her trainers, and you know what comes from it. Oh, I'm interested. I want to get started. I'm going to come to the event tomorrow. It sounds amazing. One conversation. I think sometimes we overcomplicate and we think that we need to go out there and find thousands of people. You don't. All you've got to do is find one good person to run with. So I'm going to put the tune back on, and all I want you to do, guys, is comment in the chat somebody that you want to celebrate, someone that you're grateful for that's in your business, somebody that's hit a promotion this month. Let's go recognition crazy. I'll put the Lovely Day Just Got Paid soundtrack back on, and we will wrap it up from there. Have a good night.
Lovely day, just got paid, stack it up, be on my morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Let's get them dollars, let's get this money. My mind on my money, money on my mind. I got my finger on the trigger, staying on the grind. And when I wake up in the morning, I got to hit a lick. Saw the 2003 Navi on sprees with a kick. Soon as my eyes see the sunshine, my thoughts is juking the block and dodging the one time. Big power, we moving them rocks and what pounds of dope before I double my shit. I can serve 16 ounces for 6 and get back 96. A killer for the skrilla, nigga. Dust I be stalking, I got to get them bigger figures. Fuck what you talking, I represent the niggas ballin' with jewelry full of sickles. Down to the niggas chasing million, that dream serving nickels. And I know one day I gon' come up, and when you see me, don't hate when I roll up. Get paid whether you legit when you slang or tipping off cane. Until I take a dip in the range, I'm flipping them things. Gotta get that money, man. Just got paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's a lovely paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A hustler's definition is a hustler for scratch. You serve a motherfucker, you serve him for that. I'm making money off of verses when I spit them on tracks. And if I ain't selling no records, I'm serving them packs. I got a clip full of hollows, money making's my motto. Semi-auto with my blows in the bottle till I hit the lotto. With dreams of owning the record label, flipping words. My nigga flipping buildings better than he was flipping birds. I got the mentality and the motive, I'm on the mission. For the money, you can get it too. It's all about your ambition. Play your position, provide the plans and follow procedures. And a 600 gun it with a pocket full of hundreds and visas. Love when I get that done, hit him up, recop then I get back up. Love when I get that gig, get a crib, get a car when the grip stack up. It's still in the evening if I'm sleeping paper pop. As soon as I get up, it's just another day, another dollar. I gotta get that money, man. Day, just got paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's a lovely day, just got paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Got love for the corporate players that's ballin' rollin' jags, and love for the thug niggas who get it on the app. Love for those who can make a meal and sit back and laugh, and love for the fine strippers who get it poppin' ass. Love for the single parents that's working through the struggle. Love for those who gotta make a living moving muscle. Love for those who gotta watch the haters rollin' bubbles, causing trouble every time a young brother try to hustle. And if I can't legally make the knot, then I gotta get right back on the block. And if it ain't no work, we do a stick up and whip up a concoction. Might leave your face down in the dirt because hurting's not an option. Gotta get that money, man. Day, just got paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's a lovely day, just got paid, stack it up, be on my way. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes.